Your results will rarely, if ever, be what you hope for when launching a new ad or product. The real gold lies in what you do next with whatever those results are. This is Chef Dan with Honesty Online Internet Marketing hors d'oeuvre number 105. These are bite-sized e-business money-making morsels served fresh daily in under 2 minutes. The title today is How I Accidentally Turned a $700 Loss into a $27 Profit with Paid Ads Last Weekend. I've been having big success with paid advertising for many years, and an opportunity came up to test a newfangled type of advertising last week. I figured, what the heck, let's give it a shot. It's an in-context type of advertising where your main keywords are highlighted on content pages all around the internet, and when a user hovers over those keywords on whatever site they happen to be on at the time, your ad shows up, and if they click on that ad, you're charged. So they've got to hover and then they click, and that's when you're charged per click. And it's actually pretty expensive and way more untargeted than you probably are thinking. But that's a story for another day. The minimum ad buy for me in this case was $5,000 over the month. But before I signed the insertion order, I made sure there was a 24-hour out clause so I could shut down the traffic if it didn't convert. Then, right before I sent them my ad, I thought, hey, wait a minute. I'm not confident this is going to work at all, and I'm paying per click. What can I do to give this the best chance of at least breaking even? I needed to qualify the clickers. So I quickly changed the ad to mention the price of the product right in the ad, and of course I mentioned that you've got to buy a product. Then I created an opt-in landing page. And by the way, you always want to send your paid traffic to a page asking for some simple action before they are given a chance to buy, before you try to sell them. This is so you can judge quickly if the traffic source is going to convert. So you track those simple actions that they have to take before they see your sales page. And I highly recommend you use an opt-in form for this that leads to a sales page. So you're at least building a list at the same time that you're testing the traffic. Next, I submitted the ad and it started to run on last Friday. To be honest, I kind of forgot about it through the day until about 4:45 p.m. and I thought, whoops, I better go check to see how that ad's working. I was shocked. Even with the qualifying language in the ad revealing the price of the product that they'd be reading about, I only got an 8.8% opt-in on the page. That's about a third of the results I usually get. I immediately called my ad rep only to find that they were gone for the day, and I braced myself for a big loss over the weekend. Monday morning, I get an email from my ad reps saying that they were expecting I'd spend at least $700 on ads over the weekend, but I had only spent $250. And then they mentioned it looks like the ads aren't working that well. Well, damn right, buddy. Because I qualified the ad on an unknown CPC traffic source, I minimized bad clicks and increased good clicks. Even though my opt-in rate was startlingly low, the people who actually clicked the ad and then opted in were highly targeted and ready to buy a high-priced product. In the end, I turned a probable $700 plus loss into a $27 profit over the weekend. Now, I still paused the campaign and I'm going to spend some real time on it, optimizing it and making it work, because I've proven there's life there. There's lots of important online paid advertising lessons here. Listen or read this a few times to get them all. This is Chef Dan, the e-marketing man, and I'll see you tomorrow with another mouth-watering, money-making morsel. If you haven't grabbed your surprise sales-boosting e-gifts yet, what are you waiting for? Bounce on over to honestyonline.com/gifts to download them now. You can plug them in and profit almost immediately. Have a good one.